So this place is the fucking huge. Fucking huge. Amerix4 here playing Dawnguard.
Mother? Mother!
It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him. To make everything right.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you.
Alright.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter?
It
pains
we
me
fuck
to
with
think
you.
traveled
Your
with
daughter,
Serana
everything
under the
is
guise of a
nice. I love
protector
her. Gonna
in an
marry
effort
her.
to hunt me down.
Don't do it to me! I'm not a pussy. I have a beard. This is not true. I want to keep her safe.
Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions
This is
are noble.
love story, my dear.
Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Ball.
Yeah, I know the
Tradition
story of
dictates
the creation of
females
the
be
fucking
offered to Molig
vampires.
Ball on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire.
Yo, I
We
knew
call
that.
such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
The tyranny of the sun draws Serana's blood. Serana under termination.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible. If Harkon obtained Ariel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete.
Oh.
In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires. And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
Nailed his ass with my crossbow.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans? You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
Serana believes in me. Whatever, not you. I'm just here from
Serana? This stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that
Right,
fanatic you
ladies,
call a father.
you can fuck me.
Yes, he's a
Like,
fanatic.
you can fuck me at the Thursdays, you can fuck me at
He's
the
still my father.
Wednesdays.
Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
I know I'm fucking pretty guy, but fuck.
If you'd only open your eyes, the moment your father discovers
Alright,
your role in the
ladies,
prophecy,
calm
that he
down.
needs your blood. You'll be in
Emmerich's
terrible
4 dick
danger.
is like
So to protect me, you
For
decided
all.
to shut me away from everything I cared about.
my
You
god.
never asked me if hiding me in that
Girls!
course of action.
Oh.
You just expected me to follow you blindly.
Right, you can
Both of you
continue
were obsessed
fucking
with
with
your own
each
paths.
other. I'm gonna look at
Your
this.
motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you too. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
What the fuck are you looking at?
I'm sorry, Saran. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Sarana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down. One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
You believe the sun? No.
As you've been traveling in the soul cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the soul cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
How did it become?
When I entered the soul cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
What?
I requested refuge in the soul cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here. The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins. Unfortunately, yes. Since the keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach. Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other. Harkon's vision is what he fails to. If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction. I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to... I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the soul cairn, controlling every
Maybe
aspect
they
from its
are
fabric
Vader
to
or
its appearance.
something.
Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the soul cairn. I believe there's more to it than that. I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously conduits through which it's the reason for the soul cairn's the ability to summon. However, the majority of
so many information.
to enter into a
The sooner we
bargain
get out of
with
this
the
place,
Ideal
the
I
better.
feel I'm
Masters
talking.
Relieved, I think.
as harvesters.
All those things have been building for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her. Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became close. I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them. The moment we gave ourselves to Moloch, they were both drunk, and then he found that prophecy, and I was. Honestly, he was obsessed with maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now.
If you have anything to do with you, you should like me.
That's easy to say, but I definitely... Anyway, we should keep moving.
Oh,
I can't
right.
believe we found my mother
Be
alive.
careful. and keep my daughter safe.
Oh, no problem with that shit. She's really beautiful.
I can't believe we found my mother alive.
So,
You know what I mean.
yeah. Add that shit to the favorites, like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you want to see a more brutally bearded man fucking around in some oblivion. But fuck these places, I don't know. Right, guys, see you at the next part. Are you ready to kick some ass? Damn girl, you always ready to kick some ass. Yeah, yeah, brutally.
Throw my hands up.